Welcome to Edmunds Year in Review. I'm your host, Rich Curris. Every year we take a look at traffic on our site to see what's popular with shoppers. And this year we identified 4 areas that are moving the needle. Joining me to talk about these is our automotive editor, Mr. Mark Takahashi.
How's it going, Rich?
Well, great. It looks like Honda was a big winner, winning 6 of our segments. The CR-V especially stood out. Why is this compact crossover SUV so popular among shoppers?
SUVs in general, they just offer so much more space and versatility that families or even just, active people need. The CR-V is a prime example. It just hits all the right notes, and even at the end of this current life cycle, we're expecting a fully redesigned CR-V next year, and everybody that's driven it has loved it. And that carries on to the rest of the line. Their Civic is a huge renaissance for that model. We weren't fans of the last one. This one's great. We've got a coupe, we've got a sedan, we've got a higher performing SI, and then finally we're getting the Type R.
Mm-hmm. And kind of going a little bit bigger, we have the Honda Accord.
Yeah, the Accord, perennial favorite. It does everything right. It's just one of those go-to sedans. And it's one of those rare examples where I actually like the hybrid better than the conventionally powered one. It's just smoother, it's easier to drive.
Mm-hmm. And finishing out for Honda, we have the Fit, the Odyssey, and the Pilot, which is our crossover SUV, which leads us to more SUVs, and you're a big fan of the Mazda Cx-9.
I am. Yeah, the Cx-9 is Mazda's kind of first foray into the entry-level luxury market, and it's a pretty strong showing. The interior is impeccable. It's wonderful rosewood trim and kind of dark red leather. It's really something. An exterior, gorgeous. I mean, even for an SUV, it's a pretty sexy car.
And it's getting into luxury, so you're also a big fan of the Lexus RX 350.
Right. It's in its 4th generation. It's a great value proposition. The only thing we're not big fans of is the infotainment interface. It's a bit of a mess because it's a trace pad, but otherwise, yeah, it's a solid deal.
Yeah, you weren't a big fan of that infotainment, but you are a big fan of the Uconnect on the Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Yeah, the Jeep Grand Cherokee and the Dodge Durango are related, and they have this great big Uconnect screen with well-sized buttons that are easy to read and easy to operate on the fly. They have great off-road capabilities if they're spec'd right. And on top of that, the Durango has one of those stronger designs. It's more masculine, it's way more aggressive than anything else out there. So yeah, they're really popular. They didn't get our top grade, but they weren't far off either.
And shifting from SUVs, a very popular segment, to trucks, another very popular segment, and let's talk about everyone's favorite aluminum truck, the
Yes.
Ford F-150.
F-150 is great. There's one for every taste and budget, from the work trucks all the way to the luxurious King Ranch. And we're actually more partial to the 5-liter V8 for real-world driving, hauling, and towing.
And if somebody doesn't want something that big, we have the Toyota Tacoma.
Right, marginally smaller is the Tacoma. It's a mid-sized pickup. Great youth appeal, great off-road abilities, and you can't talk about Toyota without mentioning reliability and durability. These things will just keep running forever.
It was really interesting to see that some of our most popular and researched cars were from Elon Musk with the Model S and the Model X.
Yeah, it really is the future. I mean, the first time I drove them, I said, wow, this is what a 21st century car should be. They're just blazing fast, quiet as a crypt. They've had some teething problems here and there, but with any early adopter type product, you kind of expect some bugs here and there. And the good thing is, when there are some bugs, they update it over the air, and you don't necessarily have to keep going back to the dealer.
Right, and this is all setting up for the Model 3, which is supposed to come out late 2017, supposed to.
Yeah, fingers crossed that actually happens at that time frame. Yeah, for $30,000 you get a full EV. We're not sure exactly what features you're going to get for that base price, or how much you're going to get charged for supercharging. But yeah, it's a brave new world. The Model 3 is probably going to be one of those game changers.
Okay, and that was a quick look at our most popular vehicles in 2016. Be sure to come back in 2017. For Mark, I'm Rich. Everyone have a safe and great new year. See you then.